Do I miss my 250 BHP modified Abarth? Well, it's a tough one when you've got this kind of power on tap. Oh my word, that is ludicrous power. Ludicrous. Sorry, I got carried away a bit. Yeah, the purpose I wanted to make this video is because I've been getting a lot of questions from you guys in the comments and over on Instagram. And those are, you know, do you miss the Abarth? And in summary, a little bit, but for different reasons. So yeah, there are elements of the Abarth that I really do miss. I loved that little car, and I'm talking specifically about my car, not just the Abarth in general, my specific modified Abarth. I definitely don't miss the power element because I've absolutely trumped that with this. This is ludicrous. And I know I've said it in different videos where, you know, that you don't necessarily feel the power as much in this car, but it's noticeably different. It's 381 horsepower for crying out loud. It's not slow. But I do miss the fun factor of the Abarth. I really do. I miss the fact that it was just a little riot. That's what it was. It was a little riot of a car that you would throw around, chuck around everywhere, and it would just keep giving. It literally would just keep giving. It was so much fun. And the things like the ride comfort, I don't miss. I definitely don't miss that. Seating position, again, I don't miss that. I sit properly in this car. The people element, I haven't been to as many meets since I sold the car as I probably would have liked, if I'm honest with you. Partially because mainly I've been having a bit of trouble myself with YouTube, and I've been struggling a little bit with it, and I've just not felt the oomph to go out and film stuff. But the other side is it's the tail end of the year. I purposely made the decision not to sell the Abarth until most of the summer season was done for that exact reason. Because I didn't want to miss out on all the meets, basically. There is still a part of me that misses that car. It was such a unique little car. I mean, it was the only car, and still is the only car, with this Frankenstein turbo that delivers its power in such a cool way, similar to the TD04, but still slightly different. And it's just so fun. The reactions of people when they were going in that car, when they were just looking at it, when they were hearing it, the noises that came out of that thing, you know, with the power motive exhaust I used to have on it, with the D-cat and the sport cat in the center section, it definitely was a very special car, and it's a car that will be very close to my heart for life. It's also special because it's for that car that I started YouTube. You know, there's an argument to say that had I not have got that, then maybe I might not have ever started YouTube. You know, perhaps I might not be getting the opportunities that I've got this year without that car. I definitely wouldn't have met the people. I definitely wouldn't have made the friends that I have now. But yeah, I mean, you know, if we were to break it down, the Abarth 595, the one I used to have, engine and performance, that was spot on. It was second to none. It was really, really quick. It was rapid. It was keeping up with a lot more powerful cars than it is, and it would surprise people. The suspension, no surprise, I didn't like the suspension. I went VMAX coilovers on it. I think I went too low on it, and it made the ride uncomfortable to an extent, but also very soft on bumps, etc. And it was just, every time I would drive it, I'd be on the conscious lookout for potholes. I've lowered this car. It's lowered on springs and spacers done by Motec, and I don't really worry about it. You know, the odd speed bump here and there, I take a little bit of a breath, but nothing like I used to do when I used to have the Abarth. So the suspension element, again, you know, I'm not too phased about it. Character from a car, again, you know, that little car had bags of character. It was loads of fun. This again for me, you know, I really like this car. I really like the A45 AMG, and now that I've done some things to it, I think it feels a little bit more me. You know, I've got the exhaust on, I've lowered it, widened it a bit, and it feels a little bit more Stef. With regards to the comparison, I know people ask me that a lot. What's this? You know, what's the A45 compared like to your old Abarth 595? I would love to race it. I really would. In fact, that'd be silly. I'd love to race it on a rolling start in second gear. I think that's the fairest challenge. Off the mark, launch 0 to 60, all that fun stuff. I think this will beat it. Listen, you know, we all know that it's 4-wheel drive. It's got launch control. It will beat that car. But I think it will be interesting at around 30 mile an hour, at around 3,500 RPM in the Abarth with this. And if I'm honest with you, being brutally honest, I think for the whole of second gear and the beginning of third, the Abarth will jump this car. I really do. I really do think that my old 250 BHP Abarth, if I put them neck and neck and both punched it at the same time, I reckon the Abarth would pull on this car up until we got to middle of third, and then this will start to claw it, and then this is gone. This is gone because it's just so much faster. Don't forget, the Abarth has got 5 gears. It's a 1.4 litre engine. This is a 2 litre turbo engine, 4-wheel drive with 7 gears, so it claws through the gears quickly, this car. But I do miss my Abarth. I do miss it. But yeah, I miss the Abarth. But with this car, I definitely get so much more from a car with regards to every aspect than I did from the Abarth. But anyway, that's it.